Hoping to make some progress today. Getting this rotor off, the stator off rather. As you can see here, it's threaded, and there is a puller. There's a tool listed for it, and it is quite expensive. There's actually two tools. There's one that hooks in these holes here, and there's a threaded bolt that goes through there, and that threaded bolt is about £70, something like that. A big thanks to John M from the Z200 forum, Facebook forum, and I'll give that group a little plug. If anybody has one of these bikes or is interested in one of these bikes, then join it, because the resource there is incredible. And John M has been particularly helpful because he has sold me this excellent condition rotor and stator, so I can replace that. But more than that, he's given me some really good information on this bike, and one of the things is that thread in there is an M18, and it's a 1.5 pitch. So what I've done is I've bought this bolt. As you can see, it fits in there perfectly. Now the original tool, this would probably work as it is, but the original tool has a bigger step on the edge here. I'll get a photograph of that and put it up. But there's a bigger step here, and what I'm going to do is take this over to Bob and get him to put it in the lathe and just turn that down a bit. And today we're going to attempt to get this off and get the other one on. So that's where we're up to with that. While we were here, we discovered another problem, which was the carburetor. That might be one of the reasons why the compression test wasn't great. And here you see in here, there's the little choke flap that comes down, and that's worked with this lever here which connects there, but this little part is broken. It's supposed to be joined right across the top here, and you can see there's a crack in it. I don't think there's any satisfactory repair that can be made to that, so I'm going to either have to get another carburetor or try and source this part, which I would imagine is going to be quite difficult. But for the purpose of starting the bike, we can delete this in the meantime, but obviously I'd like to get it sorted properly. So that's it. It's replicating the factory tool. just putting that wee step. It would probably work just as a bolt. However, since we had the lathe there, we may as well just cutting that wee block in, and then we'll get a go and see what we can do. There you go.
I think so.
There we go. What was that come at the back? You can see here that the timing marks can be clearly seen on this one, whereas this one I can't even find them. I was using marks that I thought were timing marks, but obviously wasn't very successful in setting up the timing. And also, once we got it off, if you look at the boss here, there's a lot of dings on it. So I think somebody's probably had a bit of difficulty in removing this and reverted to brute force. So this should make a difference. I put the carburetor, I've deleted the choke for the moment, and I've put the carburetor on temporary. Another problem I've discovered is that this thread into the head here, it's not really catching, so I'll need to helicoil that, get a helicoil and new thread in there. But I'll do just now, just for testing purposes. So next step is to get the torque setting, get this torqued on, and get this side built up, get the oil back in, set the static time, and then we'll try and start it up. Well, as you can see, setting the static timing didn't work out too well. There was still a huge pop and bang, so obviously there's something further wrong with the bike. So I've removed the engine, and for further investigation, which I kind of thought I was going to have to do anyway. So here it is. This is about as far as I've got. I'm going to strip this head, or Bob's going to strip this head today and get a look at what's going on in there. It's pretty baffling actually what the problem is, because it looks okay so far. It's had a rebore. This is a 0.50 piston in there, and the bore feels really good actually, but we'll get that off as well, have a look at what's going on. So I'm thinking something to do with the cam or the valves. I'm hoping it's not the cam, because I've been told the cams for these are like gold dust, they're very difficult to get. So yeah, we'll strip this later today and see what we find.
Right.
So there's a new thread. It should hold a bit better. You build the engine again, honed the barrel. The piston's really good. It's really good in there. There's been some sort of good work done to this engine, as well as some rough stuff. The guides are good. The cam is good, which was something I was worried about, but it's actually in really good condition. So I'm relieved about that. Still a mystery as to what the actual problem is. However, I think if we build it exactly to the spec of the manual, it should be, fingers crossed, okay. We'll start this process, I think, probably today, getting the rest of it together. Another big shout out to John M, because he's come up trumps with the part that I need for the carburetor, and it's in the post as we speak. So thanks again, John, you're a star. Okay, so I'll update you as soon as I can. Shouldn't be too long actually. We'll get on with it today. We'll crack on today, and I'll get another video out. as soon as possible. So take care, ride safe, and speak to you soon. Bye bye.